Hi, this is Blockers. I'm a developer for a game called The Lich is Back. This is my entry into the 2023 7-day roguelike challenge. I wanted to do a quick demo and post it for people to check out. So this is a traditional roguelike, which means that it has procedurally generated dungeons, permanent death, and turn-based game. One of the big features that I added this year was the ability to have different classes. So you can choose between a hunter, a rogue, and a wizard, and I tried to give them all unique skills and abilities that would make them fun and interesting to play. Just going to try a hunter. So when you load into the dungeon, you'll get some instructions as you're taking your turn. W, A, S, and D are the ways that you move north, south, east, and west. And then, as you can see, it says if you want to move diagonally, you use Q, E, C, and Z. And then if you bump into objects that are enemies, it will attack them. And down here you can see the 5 skills that are available. For the hunter, they have shield, aim shot, piercing shot, barrage, and daze. I'll have to probably experiment with the different skills because there's no specific descriptions for each of them, but in the case of the hunter, the aim shot's just like a powerful straight shot. The piercing shot is a shot that goes through multiple enemies in a line. A barrage kind of rains down on enemies, and a daze stuns them. So I have my first enemy here, which is a wolf. So there's multiple things I can do. For one, I could try to daze him, which does a little bit of damage. You'll also see that he's turned yellow. So I can follow up with either a plane shot by holding down shift and directions, as it mentions here. So if I hold down shift W, it'll just use my arrow. Or if I want to use an aim shot, I can select 2 for aim shot and then push W, and then that will shoot the aim shot in the same direction. You can see there's a chest here. If we open the chest, we see here in the bag slots that this is a healing potion that heals for 20 health. Should also mention that there is experience and levels in this game, and equipment shows here. As you level up, you gain more health, attack power, and crit chance. And as you explore the dungeons, you'll find better weapons and armor. So we'll continue on. We have another wolf. A pretty cool hunter ability is Barrage, which actually is better demoed when there's multiple enemies in the area. So maybe we'll move on a little here. Try to group up a couple. So here we have 3 enemies nearby. We'll try a barrage. It says select a direction. I'm going to push A for west. And then you'll see it explodes and hits all the enemies in an area, but then it goes on cooldown for 3 turns. So I can't use it again for 3 turns. So one thing I could try to do potentially is to try to get a piercing shot lined up, which would go through those 2. You can see in the log over here the record of what damage has been taken. So because I only hit the 2 bats, the spider is still able to hit me, but that's okay. I just lost a little bit of health. So we can take the spider out. Sometimes the enemies do drop loot, so that's one way that you can get additional weapons and armor throughout the game. And it goes down about 8 levels, and then there's a boss at the end. You can see I did it in kind of a hand-drawn art style. And there's some different themes that you'll see as you progress down into the dungeons, along with different types of rooms. The shield will create a shield which absorbs 10 damage for your next bit of health. So you can see the wolf attacked me, but I didn't lose health. say if you're not familiar with playing roguelikes, definitely approach them more like a board game or like a technical game where you take turns and think about each move. It's pretty easy right now, but as you get more and more enemies and deeper in, you definitely want to think about how to use your moves to progress successfully. Otherwise you might end up in a situation that will end in your untimely demise. So you can see in this dungeon I've already found the exit, which is this stairwell here. But I'm going to pick up this extra loot here, so I got another healing potion. And since there's a chest nearby here, I don't want to leave that. I got some mail armor, which is perfect for me because I'm a hunter. So I can use the up and down arrows over here to select the mail armor and hit enter, and you can see that gets equipped over here. This is the amount of physical damage it protects, and this is the amount of magic damage that it protects. So we can go into the next level of the dungeon, and about every 2 levels it changes themes, so we're still in a similar looking dungeon, but we've now gone down a floor. So we've entered level 2 of the dungeon, not to be confused with the fact that we also just became level 2 as a player. So we leveled up, which means our health got refilled, our attack went up by 1, and our health went up, and our crit chance went up by 1. So I don't want to give too much more away, and there's 2 other classes for you to explore. So I would encourage you to check it out and let me know what you think. Thanks.